Hello, I'm Kylie. I'm reporting on day 2 of my Dymaxion sleep schedule experiment. Today's been kind of like this, in that I will spend 4, 5, 6 hours, maybe a little shorter than that, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 hours, awake and alert and energetic even, and then something will just snap and I'll just collapse. Not literally collapse, although I fell asleep twice without meaning to today. 2 separate times anyways, several times during those times. 9 a.m. I got to work and I was supposed to do my sleep at 9:30 a.m. and I had an alarm set for 10 a.m. and I just work in a computer lab, so I just basically babysit the computers. So I didn't think it would be too much of a problem. And then, bam, passed out. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, that was not cool. I slept for like 2 hours this morning. It was really uncomfortable though, because I was sleeping like this on a computer desk. I kept waking up and falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep. But it was really hard for me to wake myself up. And then I felt like crap after that. And then I just kind of picked myself back up and started going, riding on fumes again. And my friends who had seen me earlier were like, "Oh, you must have given up on that thing, and you must have gotten some sleep because you look a lot better." And I was like, "No, I just got done with my 3:30 nap, which went well, as I remember. I don't remember much about it actually. I just remember it being comfy because it was in my bed instead of at that stupid desk." Beds are awesome. Beds are awesome. Anyway, yeah, and then 9:30 nap tonight. I was at a friend's dorm room. I didn't really fall into a deep sleep. I could hear everything she and her friend were saying, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was kind of off in my own little world. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and then I had class today, a lecture class. That's usually a 3-hour lecture. We had our first quiz, which was an essay form, and I was kind of worried about how I would do on that. Turns out I need to study the material more, but well, I fell asleep during the lecture. He lectured for a little over an hour before the quiz, and then he gave us a break, and then we took the quiz, and we could leave at the end of the quiz whenever we were finished. And yeah, I started nodding off during the lecture. I was just kind of like this. He gives pretty good lectures. It's not like the most boring stuff you've ever heard. He's actually a pretty entertaining guy. I just couldn't stay awake. And then he mentioned Japan, and I perked up, and I was like, "Japan, where?" And I forced myself to like write all the notes in like sentences, so that I would, that would help me stay awake, hopefully. And then when all was still, I stared at the lights on the ceiling, because it's the opposite of having my head down and being asleep, and the lights made my head hurt, which kept me awake. Other than that, though, I'm feeling fine. I can feel myself coming down off of that energy wave, my most recent one. But that's okay, because it's 3 a.m. now, so I have half an hour until my next nap. Yeah. I think that's about it. I have big hands. Anyway, yeah. So, day 2. Not the best day I've ever had, but could have been worse.